Okay, we're live for our fifth episode of Cool Collaboration Stay at Home Sessions. Today we have a very interesting topic, philosophy, how I see the world, with Erik and Abel. Hello everyone. Say hi to people at home. Why is Abel and Erik muted? We don't need them to be muted.
No, they don't have to be, and they are not
Yeah.
anymore.
And
Hello, people at home.
exactly.
Hello, everyone.
As we've been saying in the episodes before, like if you have any questions during this session, just post them wherever you are watching them, comment, and we will be taking care of that and answering them. Vico, you want to say anything, or should we pass to the presentations?
No, we can continue, I think, with the presentations of how they see the world, because these two guys recently, a few months ago, started to be interested in the philosophy and this topic. They want to share what they learned, and maybe you will be interested as well, or you will find a new opening door to some new topic which you will be interested in the future. So how they see the world and how they perceive the reality, they're going to tell us in the upcoming 1.5 hours. I just want to encourage all the people who are watching us to give the questions immediately if you have something on your mind, because if you want to answer them, we need a little bit of time.
And as far as I know, they prepared this to be some sort of a discussion. So your comments and your opinions are very welcome. So
Okay, so guys,
Erik, Abel, I don't know who's going to start.
I'm going to start.
Okay.
Okay, so hello, everyone. As you have heard, we are going to talk about philosophy. And if you know philosophy, you know that we are going to talk about a lot of topics, we will talk about most of the time about morality, like moral problems and questions, and we will talk about also the society and some political philosophy, which will be at the end of the at this session. So yeah, and what I want to ask from you, that there are no wrong answers. So please post your answer. Write down in the comment section your answer, your thoughts, because there are no wrong answers in this topic, most likely. So yeah, you if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you will get it, or you will not. We will see. I want to ask Abel to take the role from me.
Sure. First off, we wanted to start off with asking everybody why they are here. It's a completely open-ended and free question. I'd like to ask everybody watching at home. Everybody's at home right now. Everybody watching the live stream to comment why you are here, and I'm gonna ask everybody here in the stream with me why they are here.
By here you mean the watching?
I mean you, yes, Rui and Vico and
no,
Bebe
but like
and Andy.
watching and doing this, or here in general, like in the planet.
Well, I'd like to ask everyone on the planet, but I don't think I can. So first off, Rui, could you please tell us why you are here?
Like literally, like why you are here.
Okay.
like,
Because
you're free to interpret the question any way you like. Why are you here on this session right now?
well, we decided to organize these sessions with you guys because we couldn't stay without doing anything for much longer. It's like we were getting really bored, and when we need to do something. So, and we found this was a good opportunity to actually have an interactive way of connecting with you people and with everyone. If you ask me why I'm here in the world, which is how I interpreted the question first. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever know, and I'm not even sure I want to know, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask you. So you are basically telling us that you are here to help people, to connect each other, to help. To help to the Erasmus. But why do you want to help? What brought you to do that thing? To make, what made you to help us? Why do you want to help?
Vico, do you want to answer?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just that kind of person, but it's pretty fulfilling feeling when you can show the way to people, because this is what I experienced during all the projects which I attended. The people are really grateful if you show them something new, if you give them the opportunity to realize themselves, and this is a huge added value of the whole stuff, and it fills me with the positive energy and the positive feelings, and it's not like just charity because just why not, it makes me feel good as well. Not just it's useful, it's a nice thing to do, and it makes me actually feel good.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we receive some comments? Because we want to ask you viewers, Facebook users who watching this live stream, to tell us why do you watch this live stream? What brought you here?
Actually, there is one comment which is kind of an answer to a question from Balázs Virar. He's saying,
Awesome.
Hi, I'm happy to see you and everybody's safe. And he's here because he wants to understand your opinions on different topics. So I basically, all the other days and all the other people, we want to understand different points of view and opinions. That's cool.
Okay. Abel, should we tell them what is it about, why we ask this question, or we should ask them because they will might figure out what we are talking about? Or
I would ask them. I would ask you. How much choice do you think you had in being here, in you getting here on this session, watching it or participating in it? Was it your choice that you came here?
No.
Or in what intent was it your choice? For a part of it was certainly your choice.
Yeah.
But what part of it was your choice? What do you think?
Choosing that whether I will I will not help in these sessions, in this project. So I won't participate in this project, or I will participate in this project. That was that was a question that I have answered, and my answer is I'm helping right now, so I wanted to help. And before that, I had also two ways. One of the ways was I won't participate in my first Erasmus project, and the second one was I will participate in my Erasmus project. So in my first Erasmus project. So if I wouldn't participated in my first Erasmus project, then I wouldn't be here. So yeah, so actually, I think that was the only part where I had the opportunity to do, but I think it is also an illusion if it's ain't look like that. But it's an illusion, I think, that I had.
So you're saying that it was something random that happened in your life brought you to this moment. Is that what you're saying?
Okay.
At some point.
Yeah. If in the past, it doesn't matter if it was in the near or the far past, in the further past. It doesn't matter if because in the past, if something that something would went on another way, like I would have choose something other than I've chose, then maybe I wouldn't be here.
It would have taken you in a different path or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Okay.
It would take me on a different path because I think everything affects on everything. I mean, action reaction. If I would take another opportunity to do something other than what I did, that would be another action, and there would be another reaction. So I couldn't get that reaction that I have had already.
Technically, it was your choice to be there, because every decision you made before, even unconsciously, led to the point where you are now.
Wow. Okay,
the only decision you were not part of was when you were made.
Yeah.
Okay, not really. There were more decisions. Probably.
Even then, you decided to swim faster.
Exactly. But I get the point. Like, is it random or not?
Even if I choose something random to do, then if
you choose it, it's not random anymore.
Like, I mean, if I had an opportunity to choose something that I would choose randomly, like I said, something that I will, like, I was like, I will do this thing because I have no better idea, so it's a random thing that I will do. But it wasn't because from the point of view of the bigger picture, like, I mean, I had to explain that. I had to, in that moment, I had to do something random, like if I would decide that, okay, I will. I don't want to use curse words, so I want to distract. I want to interrupt the system. So I will do something random. Or I will do something that most likely wouldn't happen if I wouldn't pay attention. I mean, like, if I am how do you say that if someone can't drink milk?
Intolerant.
Lactose what?
Intolerant.
Lactose intolerant.
Yeah, lactose intolerant. So if someone is lactose intolerant because he or her was born with this, they shouldn't drink milk, but they will be like, I will distract the system, so I'm gonna drink milk, but and they will end up in the hospital, or they will be vomiting. they didn't distract the system, because in that moment they had to think about that idea that he or she will interrupt the system. Do you know what I want to tell?
Are you saying that we have no free will at all because everything is predetermined?
I mean, the action-reaction, the cause effect is a big tree. Like the top of the tree is the present, and as we are going lower to the root of the tree, as we are heading to the root of the tree, we are going back to the past. So and the root of that tree is the first cause, the first action that made a reaction, and it helped the tree growing bigger. So I mean, the thing that made the first cause, made the first action, is the one who is controlling us, our actions.
So there was one action first.
Yeah, the first.
And then
one.
Everything was determined from that point on.
Yeah, everything just went automatically in a progress.
What do you think about that, guys?
Actually,
I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I agree, but
I'm trying to catch you. You said that he's saying we don't have a free will, or you said something like this. But like if your acts have some consequences or some reactions, for example, if you do something happens, that doesn't mean you don't have a free will. You can choose what you are doing, but something will happen.
But the reason why you choose that thing is because of the reactions and actions that happened to you in the past.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that reactions and actions was made by the thing that's made the first action.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that. I mean, you always have. We always have. How do you say? Crossways, or I either do this, I do that. I go on this side of the road or the other side of the road. I go left, I go right. But maybe there is even some version of me that went left when I went right. So
multiverses are coming. Okay, parallel universe.
Because, or else it's like I don't know. I don't see the. Where do we go with this? Like, okay, like I chose to go right, and
if I understand Eric correctly, there is no other version of you that chose left, because your decisions are influenced by your past experiences,
okay,
and what happened to you, what mood you are in, and stuff like that. So you don't. So it's not really you that's choosing. That there are synapses firing in your brain that work exactly the same way every time because of the laws of physics. They don't change. So these are not exactly your decisions.
Interesting, maybe. Luckily, it doesn't. We don't have that feeling. We don't have that feeling during the day, like when we are deciding stuff. Like, like naturally, we are aware that we are choosing, that we have a free will and so on. Like, we at least that's good that we think that way.
I would say from a perspective, we have free will from a perspective, but from my point of view, like like I mean, if I want to agree on the statement, which is we have free will, I would say something like you are choosing the paths. You are choosing you are making your decisions based on your past experiences, but it's actually your decision what you want to choose, but you have learned that experiences because of the thing that started this whole cause effect.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, you can't really change the past, so it's the good thing is that we can imagine how it would be if we had gone left or gone right. Or we can do that exercise that not many, I think, or we think that not many species can do that.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's like that. It's like it is true. You cannot really change what you did or what you chose a few seconds ago. So
yeah,
in a
but
way, it's that choice is determined in a way, I guess.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, but and also there is a thing that most of the philosophical topics have, which is this topic, which is free will, has paradox, or I don't know how to put it in a sentence. It has a paradox, or it makes a paradox. How do you say that? It has
It is paradoxical.
It is paradoxical. Okay, there is a paradoxical thing in this topic, which is as I said, action reaction. So if there is a reaction, there has to be an action, most likely. But what caused the first action? Because an action had to be caused by a reaction, and yeah, and it's really hard to accept or imagine or I don't know and answer that question if there was something that caused
that triggered everything.
that triggered the first action.
Yeah, it's a $1 million question, I guess.
Yeah.
Nobody will really know.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, maybe one day we'll find out somehow, but
yeah. Abel.
I'm pretty sure that's impossible. It's like a chain. We're looking for the first link in the chain, but I don't think we can find out, because we cannot, like, we are part of the chain. We are a link on the chain. We are trying to look back, but we cannot see the end of the chain, and we cannot move.
Okay.
I don't think we'll ever find out what the first link was, or if there ever was a first link on that chain, because there might not have been. It may be maybe a circular chain. Who knows?
Yep.
Sure. We could go like this. We could go back to the beginning of the universe and the eternity and stuff, but nobody knows what there. The human race is not prepared to answer this question yet.
Yeah. So, is there any comments in the comment section or?
Actually, yes.
Awesome.
Comment, just there is Esther Molnar saying that she wants to extend her viewpoint and she is here to support you guys. So
thank you, Esti.
So ask some questions.
Hi, Esti.
Tell her to ask some questions.
She answered to the question why is she here, so.
Yeah, okay, but...
Except that, there is no question.
Okay, so next topic. Do you have a next topic or?
Yeah.
You have some 1 or 2 bullet points in the notes, so.
We have a tiny little topic next. It's very lightweight. It's about good and bad. Would you say murder is bad, or would you say could murder be defined as bad always?
In general,
yes.
Can there be reasons to do it, or that justify it more than others? Maybe. But in general, it's bad. Yeah, I don't know. It's not something you should wake up in the morning and I'm gonna make some coffee and murder some people. Like, you know.
Some daily tasks. You know.
It shouldn't be a daily task, not at all.
The checklist, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But I see where the discussion will go.
But actually, what if you are an executioner? Is it still bad? It's like, your job.
You mean an executioner? Like
for example, I don't know, you work in a prison and you go to the electric chair and you pull the lever. That's your job. That's your everyday life.
Luckily, I live in a country where that doesn't exist, so I rule out that opportunity just from being here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I mean, I think you have to be, I don't know, either a bit crazy or super rational to actually have that job. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could.
But that's not what I'm asking. Is it still bad to do it?
For me, yeah, because there shouldn't be an electric chair in the first place. We shouldn't be. We shouldn't have death penalties. So, is it bad for him?
If the guy is just following, the guy is just following the orders.
Yeah.
So it's good or bad?
I mean, for me, he could get another job. So yeah. So
we have a little bit other job opportunities here. So
I wouldn't feel okay to be that guy. Like, I wouldn't feel okay with myself.
Would you say that that guy is bad?
Yeah, I think I would go with there is a choice. There you have choices in those things. So, yeah, he has a choice of being part of that system or not.
And what?
No, he doesn't really. And I mean, the government has a choice if they allow capital punishment or not.
Yeah, but he
doesn't. He has a choice if he's going to pull that lever or not. It's his choice. If he's not going to do that, he's not going to do that. Maybe someone else will, but he shouldn't.
He's not.
But if he has kids, he has 3 kids. He has to feed them, and there is no other job available.
He goes to work in Walmart. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
there is no jobs in Walmart.
I think for me it would I don't know. I would go live in the woods and bring my own food before I do that. That's it.
But it's not legal
to live in the woods and do.
It's less legal to live in the woods than
yes, actually. If you are an executioner, it is totally legal to kill someone.
Of course, it's. I'm not saying it's legal or not. I'm saying for me it would be a bad thing. I wouldn't be able to do that.
And let me ask you one more question, Orviko. What would you call a person who protected his or her family in a way that he or her had to kill the other person who wanted to kill them?
Self-defense, you mean?
Yes.
Killer or hero?
None.
No, it's there's a survival reflex in a human, and he needs to survive and he needs to protect the family. And this can be his reaction to a situation that he's going to protect his family. It's a reflex from the ancient times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that person
and you feel it right at that point when you are doing it, because okay, you did a bad thing, but it's your reflex and it's in your nature that human is going to protect himself and his family. Even in
But,
one country, I don't know which one, it's even not forbidden to try to escape from a prison because it's in a human nature that you want to be free, so you are trying to escape. It's not forbidden.
There are a few countries like that. Nandi is raising his hand.
Yes.
Okay.
I only raised my hand about 20 minutes ago, so it's not that relevant.
Okay.
I don't know if I should, because it was the previous topic. So
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask if you are talking about basically the butterfly effect, but without having a free will, only in the first option.
It's a part of the butterfly effect. It's a tool for the butterfly effect, actually, but the butterfly effect is a tool for the free will, I don't know. I think cause effect and butterfly effect, from my point of view, is actually the same thing from my point of view. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think, Abel?
I think what you were saying about one action in the first causing all the other actions is basically the butterfly effect. So yes, I would say it is the butterfly effect.
Okay, that's all.
Okay.
On the topic of the self-defense or not, like I wouldn't say they're either a killer nor a hero. It's like
I mean, you could that person who protected their family could also just knock out that person, that guy.
yeah, I'm not even saying
not to
that.
kill
Like,
it.
I'm not even saying that. Like, there might be a situation where you actually have to kill somebody, but it wouldn't really make you a hero. I don't know. For in my perspective, like it's like it's something that happened. You saved somebody, okay?
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily have to be
To give it a
glorified
title.
or become a hero because of that. And that person, even the person who killed somebody in self-defense, will still have to live with that feeling in. I saved my family, but I actually did this.
And
I actually ended somebody's life.
but wouldn't you say that's heroic? That he was a martyr. He basically sacrificed himself by having to live with that feeling for the rest of his life to save his family.
Yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't be the first thing that comes to my mind when. No, not hero. I don't know. But I don't really believe in heroes.
Okay.
And it's just by the nature, it's not entitled who's good or who's bad or something. It's just that the law decided that this guy is bad, he has to die. Why? Because someone decided that it's not right what he did. To cut off your hand when you are sinning, it's still not okay. But that was the rule. Someone decided and he had to do it. He's not sacrificing himself, he's just serving someone who decided that it's not right, and that's it.
Yeah, imagine the convention, the norm in the world was like, it's okay for a guy to come and kill your family. That would be the normal, like, it's okay, it's perfectly normal.
I would not
imagine
like
a world like that.
Yeah, he had a bad day.
Okay. Let's talk about.
So you would actually go to prison if you kill the guy in self-defense, not and the other guy would be the hero. Imagine that situation.
Bebe is raising his hand. Wait,
Of course.
Yes, Bebe?
I think they missed the part of it, because what if the guy who you're gonna kill, he's killed somebody or he killed 10 people? There is a question, if you're gonna kill him, like, it's your job. Now, he killed 10 people and you need to kill him because he got this.
For me, I don't believe in death penalty, so I don't think because he killed somebody that he should die. That's not how I see the world, but
that's not a punishment, actually. Punishment
it's a perspective, I guess.
Punishment is for it was made for people who committed something bad, so they will regret that commitment, because of that punishment. But if they are dead, they can't regret anything because they are dead.
Yep.
So, most likely. Yeah.
And Bebe, to you never know what was the situation of that guy, why he had to kill someone, or what happened, or maybe it was just a mistake, an accident, whatever, self-defense, anything. And
maybe he didn't kill anyone, and
maybe
you will find out a few years later, as sometimes happened, that he was
There is a lot
innocent
of
and he still
maybe.
died.
And what if he killed someone who would kill 10 other people?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know.
So this shouldn't be the way how to decide who should be alive or not. No human should have the right to decide who can be alive or who is not.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, let's move on to euthanasia.
Something more. Okay.
No, we're staying at the topic of murder. Don't worry. But we're talking about euthanasia. If someone doesn't know what that means, it's like putting your dog to sleep when he's getting sick, only with humans. So, for example, if I don't know, a patient is having he's at a critical stage of cancer, for example, and he asks the doctor to just pull the plug and his life, then it is euthanasia if the doctor agrees and actually pulls the plug. Would you say that is good or bad?
This is a very complicated one for me.
Yes, exactly. That's why we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Again, we're asking
like,
the Facebook viewers as well.
I understand the point of feeling like you don't want to be here anymore, like the being useless, but also there's nothing after this. So, for me, yeah, I don't know. It's like completely giving up. I have problems with that. And also the other part, which is somebody will have to do it, or somebody will have to help you do it, and you putting that person in that situation is also that it's a very tricky situation. I don't know.
But if it's a situation that the person, for example, there is no way back, he cannot be healthy anymore, and you know that he's going to die at one point, and he's just feeling really huge amount of pain, and he can barely survive that few last of his days, and there is no other way back. There is nothing that could happen to make him like live a normal life again. There's just one way down, and that's it. Like, why should he be tortured during his last days? If someone is just like in a depression and he don't want to live here anymore, okay, there is a way back. It's not it is a medical condition, but not something which cannot be turned back. But
fixed. Yeah.
If your both hands and both legs are missing and half of your body and everything, and just a question of time and you are going to die, then why should you live in last days of your life?
I don't know. It's like we like to be alive. I don't know how to tell you this.
We'd like to, but if I would feel super huge pain,
I don't know. I don't know how I would react if I was in super huge pain. I don't know. I don't think I can tell you right now how I would feel in that situation. But
it's easy to make decisions if we are not in the situation.
Yeah, exactly. So, What do you guys think about that?
I don't. I say you. How do you say that? Euthanasia. Euthanasia. Yeah.
Euthanasia.
Euthanasia. Euthanasia is
youth in Asia.
Youth in Asia. Yeah. Okay. Is from my point of view, it's a bad thing because and this thing is that no, there is one thing I don't believe in, and this one is certainty. I don't believe in certainty. So
yeah.
I mean, okay, you have really like in the hospitals there are really amazing technologies that can that can tell you how long will you live and things like that. But I don't believe in, because even if it's a really amazing steezy computer, it couldn't tell that whether there will or won't be something that caused by the butterfly effect, which will be most likely looks like as a how to say that, choda,
Miracle.
miracle, yeah, miracle. So yeah, that's what I want to say. So they will call it miracle, but miracle is not miracle. It's the cause of, it's one of the causes of the cause effect. It's
Okay.
it's an unexpected cause of the cause effect. You know what I'm saying? So and if you kill that patient, then because they want to die, they won't know, and you also wouldn't figure out and know whether he would be alive after 1 or 2 weeks or not, because you can't
to use all the options as possible, right? To exhaust all possibilities.
the only
That's
the
the
only
thing.
if from my point of view, the only way to predict the future, I mean really tell the future, is you have to know everything, like literally everything that's happening right now in that moment, like in every from all around the world, because for example, I don't know.
You can't do an example of that. It's impossible.
Yeah. So
but
yeah,
I get
so
what you mean. But even then, it would be very very hard to predict everything. I
yeah,
don't know.
also because you won't know if you know everything,
Yeah.
But
because there is no one to tell you that you know everything.
that's not really a good answer to the question, in my opinion, because just staying alive isn't everything. If it going by the example Biko gave us earlier about missing all your hands and legs,
Mhm.
I wouldn't really want to live on like that. Even though I might survive, I might
Mhm.
stay alive for another year, I would still be tied to a bed. I would still, I don't know. I feel like my family would suffer just as much as if I had died, but it would be much longer, their suffering,
Mhm.
because they would have to see me every day on a bed. I would like to die, not just for my sake, but for my family's sake. I would like to kill myself,
Mhm.
just so they can move on. And of course, I think it would be the best option for myself as well, because I would imagine I would be either or constantly on painkillers, or I would be in constant pain. I wouldn't
But
want
for
either of the two.
example, do you like this is how you think it now? But do you know the guy Nick Vujicic?
No.
He's a guy. You can Google him. He have no legs. He have no arms. He's just a body and head, and he's pretty cool. He's super funny, and he's a motivational speaker.
Oh, I have
I'm
seen
pretty
him.
sure I
Yeah.
do
He's
know.
really living a life.
Yeah.
I saw a video. He jumped in a pool, but they needed to pull him out because he cannot swim. But he were jumping and they were pulling him out. But still, he's enjoying a life, maybe more than we are doing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
without
sure.
hands and legs.
I'm not saying you cannot enjoy your life without limbs. I'm saying if I was in a very serious condition, I might actually choose to end my life instead of continuing.
Again, I don't know how is that feeling. So it's hard to say what I would do or not.
Yeah, the only problem
But
with
I
death.
agree with Eric. Exactly. The only problem with death is that it's definitive. It's like it's over. Like that's it. There's no
Yeah.
other.
But it's
There's
your
no
choice.
more. Okay, but there's no more possibilities after that.
Yeah, but why couldn't you choose
But
to end your life?
I don't have problems with people. I mean, I don't have problems with that. Like I'm saying, for me it would be. I cannot put myself in that situation. I cannot be absolutely sure I wouldn't kill myself, or that I would. Who knows? Because I never experienced anything like that. So
Of course.
The only
now people
problem.
people should be doing it, or the state should be allowing it or promoting it or not. It's another question. But there's also the dilemma with who does it, like
One
Well,
of,
it could be a state employee, like an executioner.
yeah, okay, who still has to live with that, like but yeah.
Of course, but they are trained to live with that.
one of the biggest problems with death is that it's even if there are scientists and
It's not good.
doctors, yeah, it's not good also. But
That's
the-
the problem.
You stop living, yeah.
but the other thing is that even if there are all the scientists from the past and right now and will be in the future, and they can most likely tell you how is it like being dead, but they couldn't tell you 100%, not just because of nothing is certain in our world from my point of view, but also because they didn't experience it. They haven't experienced that, and until you want to experience it, you couldn't tell. Yeah.
Nandi wants to say
It's
something.
hard to experience it and not
And get
to tell
back.
other people about it.
Yeah, and get back.
Maybe it's that good that if someone experienced it, don't want to come back.
Yeah.
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 Maybe it's suffering for the eternity. Maybe it's endless happiness. Or I don't know.
Okay.
We will see
Nandi,
that.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I just wanted to, at least for me, it's like it's nothing. Basically, there is nothing but your mind. The human being cannot imagine what is happening if you're not alive. You're not being. It's just a thing which you can't understand. But for me, being that is being nothing. Basically, I don't know how to put it into words, but
Yeah, I guess makes sense. I mean, you're not nothing, because when you die, you
So
you
you're
continue,
kind
like,
of
people remember you. You did stuff, so I mean, so you kind of
Yeah.
live on, but
yes. But in your mind, you stop existing. You're basically
Yeah,
not thinking.
yeah.
It's just hard for us to imagine. At least that's my point of
so
view.
this is a how to say that shit materialistic. I can say that materialistic point of view. Yeah.
Materialistic.
Okay. But I really wanted to say it with amazing pronunciation, but
Yeah, whatever. It's materialistic, but in the way that
Materialistic,
you stop existing. I guess you stop. Yeah.
I suggest we move on if there are no questions from viewers.
yeah.
No, in the Facebook, we answered all the questions. Esther had something about self-defense. They're killing people and stuff, but we answered that one. And Balázs Virag was asking the doctor who is giving the euthanasia, but we answered that one as well. So we can move on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, we have. You want to, Eric?
Okay. We are talking. We are going to talking about weapons. Do they harm or protect us? What do you think? Is it a bad or a good thing? We can also say that.
Can you repeat one more time?
Yes, or
didn't hear.
harming other.
The question is if weapons harm or protect us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. For me, it would be better if we didn't have any of them, but we would have to have none, zero. If there was
Yeah.
one, then yeah. But that's it for me.
Okay.
Rico?
Look, I had the discussion with my girlfriend recently, a few days ago, and together we decided it's not okay to have a gun at home.
sounds like a legit.
So
sounds legit,
so
okay.
not only your accent is Russian, as I have seen.
You are making fun of me and cannot pronounce words.
Miracle.
Okay.
Sorry.
But did you say
That's karma.
what kind of pronunciation?
Okay.
My question is,
Okay.
what do you consider a weapon? Because you can use anything as a weapon. A kitchen knife could be a weapon.
My
Yes,
hands
so,
are lethal. My hands are weapon.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, but if you think it's an instrument to do what do weapons do? They shoot. They throw
Those are
things.
guns.
Okay, they throw. Okay. Yeah, but like the purpose of a weapon is to do what? To inflict harm. Am I correct?
When we were hunting for animals to survive,
Still inflicting harm. Still inflicting harm
yes,
on the animals
yes.
anyway. But
I think this is when it started. It was not invented to harm people, just to provide food and survive. But
I'm not sure. But okay.
soon the human race realized it can be used between each other. So
Yeah. In that view, that it's like it's something that is used to inflict harm. Okay, can be harm that is useful, like hunting or so on, but it's still something that inflicts harm. So it's something that is some. I can't remember exactly how did you put your question, but yeah, it's something that does something bad. Like I don't know, for me. So.
But actually, I think that harm is not really clearly defined, because we as humans, as animals, basically we are animals.
Mm-hmm.
We think of animals as beings with feeling, but actually some animals.
Yeah, but
No, that's not how it's good. We could say that we are harming, for example, plants as well. We could use that way. We could use the word harm in that way, and that would mean that we have actually really no source of food, because that would mean that then weapon would include every tool we use to get our food, because they are basically harming.
Yeah, sure.
And do you still stick with what you said?
Yeah, I would prefer a world without guns. Without guns.
Without guns.
Yes. Without weapons.
That's not the same though.
But yeah, but if you put the question like that, like if you include a kitchen knife as a gun, then it's like it's not something you can decide. Like I mean, guns to inflict harm. Let's say. Yeah, I wouldn't want to have weapons to inflict harm. Like how generally people perceive guns or weapons.
anything can inflict harm, but the purpose of the gun is just that, nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's like, okay, we don't want to go into the animal or plant harming discussion because that's an endless topic. But it has a utilitarian function. Let's say we need to eat to survive, and we We invented this to make it easier.
Yes.
To
Vico, could you unmute Eric, please?
I don't know if we need to kill each other to
No.
survive. That's the other question. So, yeah.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. Or at least I like to think that we don't need to kill each other to survive. Okay.
If you're
you
not
have-
going to eat that,
Do we have...
never mind.
Do we
Do you
have,
have
any
any other
questions? Or,
No.
yeah.
No.
Guys, don't be like that. Ask questions.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we could move on to the trolley problem, and we have a video about that. So
Okay. I will play the video and we will be back in a few minutes.
A runaway train is heading towards 5 workers on a railway line. There's no way of warning them, but you're standing near a lever that operates some points. Switch the points, and the train goes down a spur. Trouble is, there's another worker on that bit of track too, but it's 1 fatality instead of 5. Should you do that? Many people think the right thing to do would be to switch the points, to sacrifice 1 to save 5, since that produces the best outcome possible. Now imagine the train heading for the workers again. This time it can only be stopped by pushing a very large man off a bridge. His great bulk would stop the train, but he'd die. Should you do that? Most people say no. But why not? Both thought experiments are cases of sacrificing 1 to save 5. What the trolley problem examines is whether moral decisions are simply about outcomes or about the manner in which you achieve them. Some utilitarians argue that the 2 cases are not importantly different from each other. Both have similar consequences, and consequences are all that really matter. In each case, 1 person dies and 5 are saved, the best option in each harrowing situation. But lots of people say they would switch the points, but they wouldn't push the man off the bridge. Are they simply inconsistent, or are they onto something?
Okay, the video is over. Very interesting moral dilemma, or if you'd like to present it like that. Yeah, very nice video actually.
Yeah, we will link it after the video has ended. The YouTube video, of course. Our question is, what do you think about the trolley problem? What do you think? What would you do in the situation, in the first case, where you could choose between 4 or 1 life?
Yeah. I don't want to be the first one to answer this.
I'm losing the connection now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I want to say something. Yeah. Okay, Bebe.
So the question is if I will choose 1 life or 4 life.
5 actually, but yeah.
Oh, 5. It doesn't really matter if it's 5 or 4. So okay, so I think I will choose to kill the guy who is alone, because it's actually, if I need to think about it like this, it's still better to get some, I don't know,
Less dead people, you mean?
Yes, it's less dead people and less sad families and less, I don't know, stuff around it.
Yeah.
It is
Still
a
better to kill 1 than 4.
Sorry.
If you need to choose, still better kill 1 than 4.
It is a valid point, but for killing that 1 guy, you would have to pull the lever, meaning you would actually have to influence the train. You would have to basically kill that life. Their blood would be on you. you would be the killer. While if you had left the trolley running on its own tracks,
You would have nothing to do with it. Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Okay.
Or would you actually, like, consciously?
Would
You
you?
had a possibility to influence it. So
I will do it.
So if you don't pull the lever, the blood of the
For
5 guys
five
is on you
people.
again.
Yes.
You had the
Yeah, I
opportunity
mean,
to
it-
save
you
them
have
and
the
you haven't
choice,
done
it
it.
depends how you look at it, but yes. I don't know. For me, yeah, I would go with that. Like, I would prefer not to have that to have that power in my hands. Because it raises a lot. What if that one guy was gonna invent a cure for COVID-19? Let's say.
But if that
What
five
if-
guys can find out something new, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like a
of
cure
course.
for COVID-19.
How to go back in time, and you can help to the.
I would rather not influence or to have any. Yeah, I think I would opt out. So, and I would consciously I would make it in my mind that not pulling the lever is not a conscious decision. Is like not me. I don't know. I don't have anything to do with this. Not influencing the. Yeah, I think I wouldn't pull it. Yeah.
I think I will pull it. No, I
2
don't
points
think
of
I
view.
will.
Either you can look on that you saved 4 people or 5, or you can look that I decided to kill this one.
No, you either see that you decided to kill 5 or you decided to kill 1. Anyway, you can see it like this, but it's you don't act on. I don't know. It's really
And the situation what occurred, it's not on you. You have nothing to do with the situation what happened. It's not your fault.
Mm-hmm.
If you would choose something, it would be your fault. If you would choose to kill that guy, it would be you. But that was a mistake of someone else.
So Vico, are you saying you would pull the lever?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
As I said,
I would
human
stay
should,
away from the lever.
no human should be allowed or to decide who's going to be alive or who's not. This is what happened. This happened. Okay, if I can save someone and not harming no one else, it's a different question. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to decide if the life of the 5 worth more than life of the 1. Who am I to decide that?
Pepe, I'd like to ask you again, because you were the only one who said you would pull the lever. What would you do in the second case if you saw the video? Did you say it?
No. You can just.
So
say
in
what
the
you
second
think.
case, instead of being a lever, instead of actually pulling the thing and making the train go the other direction, you actually sacrifice a person, with a fat guy. You throw it off the bridge, and because he's fat, the train would stop. But you would kill him. So instead of indirectly killing the guy because you pulled the lever, you are directly killing the person by pushing them. Let's say.
Why is that?
Exactly.
No. It's the other example they put in the video. So majority of people say they would pull the lever, but they would have problems with pushing the guy. So
Yes, I will have problems with pushing the guy too.
yeah.
Because it's like this guy is standing in front of you. You can see him, you can talk with him, but this lever can be, I don't know, like 1 kilometer away, and you can change it or something like that. You can't see actually the guy who is on the rails, so it's easier.
Plus, you're
to
choosing like you could throw yourself in the train.
Yeah,
Thank you.
a lot of people would
I mean
appreciate.
it like that, but like you're basically sacrificing somebody to save other people. Okay, discussable if that's good or not, but why are you choosing? Yeah, you're choosing that person. You're not choosing yourself. Like, for example.
But I said I'm not gonna push him.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just throwing that question in the air.
Yeah, and another way to still talk about this problem is if you say, what if You know, the one guy you could kill by pulling the lever is I don't know, a child rapist, just to stay family friendly. And the other 4 guys working on the tracks are, I don't know, they all have a family of 5 they have to feed. What then?
I don't know. I think it would be even harder to make that decision if I actually knew the people and their stories. You know?
Yeah.
So, but we have somebody commented like a similar example, which is there are 5 really badly injured people arriving to the hospital, and you are the doctor. And in the next room is a totally healthy person. Would you take this one person and take his healthy organs, so you can save 5 different people? So would you actually kill that guy, take all the organs, and
let's trust them to the force.
okay?
Okay, this is a situation which can happen, but I don't think I would do that. Usually in the hospital there is some healthy patients which have healthy organs, but they are not picking it out from them and giving it to someone else.
Yeah, I would definitely not kill a healthy person to save 5.
No,
I'm pretty sure it's against everything.
A doctor
Medical,
should do.
yes, it is. Yes, the doctor saves the patient closest to them, unless they have to like injure someone to save them.
actually, this is the exact same situation. Just the choice is easier.
Exactly.
Okay.
We could obviously go on with the trolley problem, but I don't
It's
think
the same. The 5 of them gonna die, and 1 will survive.
Well,
Same situation.
mm,
Or in the hospital, you can pull someone down from the stairs. And that's it.
Oh, oops.
That fat guy.
yes. I suggest we move on to. We don't really have much time, so I suggest we move on to the meaning of life topic, which is obviously 42. But if you
Okay.
but if you have another opinion, please share it. And I know Eric will talk a lot in this one. So
Yes.
let's start.
Like-
Let's
like
start with
22
not
minutes.
Eric, because Eric's gonna talk a lot.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. What about you 3? And of course, again,
Like
please.
just like that. The question
Yes.
is just like that. What is the meaning of
Yes.
life? Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
Do you think there is one?
Probably not. I probably would say there isn't. Not a clearly defined one. I think you make your own, and it's not even conscious. Maybe.
So
Yeah.
everyone's life does have a meaning. It's just not one general meaning for everybody.
Or maybe it's not a meaning for the greater perspective, but it's a meaning for themselves, I guess. Yeah.
Mhm. That's fair.
Or else we would just jump off the bridge. Why am I here?
There is
So-
still a little bit of hope in me that the topic will end up with something like
Not
positive.
killing.
Nah.
No, but what I'm saying is positive. Like if there was no meaning, you would people would actually just do nothing. And
Welcome
I
to
think
my
there
world.
is. I think there is. Sometimes we
Yeah.
don't see it. Sometimes we take some time to see it, maybe, but in general there is. I don't know. I don't know exactly what is, but I feel like I'm doing something. Like I'm being meaningful. Let's say in my life.
Okay.
I think the meaning of life is to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like enjoy and give the best you can and achieve the best you can achieve and improve yourself until it's possible and enjoy every moment of it. Because sometimes I think about the life, it's like imagine there is a huge floating rock somewhere in the universe, and then it's like when you leave an apple for too long in a shelf in the kitchen and it starts to rot and some stuff started green and hairy and whatever, and it's almost moving and something happens there. I imagine this earth like that exactly, that something evolved here. There was first just like water and rocks, then some flora and fauna arrived, and then human, and we evolved to this. But there may be, from this point, from the point of this big earth, we don't have a necessary meaning. If the whole humanity would die, the earth would still survive from this point of view. We are just here, tiny people in the whole universe, but we are able to enjoy the life, so we should do that.
But you're part of that evolution anyway, even if it would continue without you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I think it's like yeah, I think we can also be immortal in a way, and I guess bringing that topic to the meaning of life thing, which is if people remember you, if you did something relevant, if like if you helped out like in a way, it, like you will continue to live, like people will talk about you, you will be here. So
how many people you helped and how many people can enjoy the life because of you?
Cool.
Yeah.
How many other people can be happy because of you and your work?
Nandi has
and that
his
can
hand
be one
raised.
of the meanings of life, which is to work for immortality.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Nandi?
Sorry, I just want to, well, not interrupt, but add something. I've heard a nice quote. It's not exactly an answer to this question, but still, what is basically your meaning of your life? That is said that, well, your life is not, you shouldn't compare it to a journey, more like a dance or music, because you're not living to have an ending of your life. You're living as music, because if you're traveling, for example, then you're traveling to, well, have a destination, let's say.
From A to B, yeah.
But if you're playing music or you're dancing, the dancing itself is the thing what you're focusing on. Like as an example, if the dancing would be who's the best, who's dancing the fastest, then every dance, the best would be the fastest dance, of course. But that's not the point. And it's the same with life, with your life, basically, that you're living. That's your whole point. You're not arriving to a point. You shouldn't focus on arriving to a point, but you should focus on the living itself.
Cool. No. Beba's hand is raised as well.
Beba's hand is raised?
Sorry, Eric.
Okay.
For Rui, for the immortality to work to be immortal, you don't need to create something good to be immortal, because there were people who did a lot of bad stuff and they are still immortal. So
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
what about that?
Okay.
But yeah. But they are immortal. Like, let's say this is heaven and hell, and those people are immortal in a way that you always talk bad about them. So in a way they end up in hell and the others don't. I don't believe in hell or heaven, but just putting the analogy like that. That's like saying there's no bad advertising or stuff like that. Like, yeah, okay. That was not my point. Yeah.
There is a Newton law which says energy doesn't disappear. It's being recreated.
Yeah?
It's transformed, and we are working with energy. So where that energy goes after we die. So maybe this is the place which the Bible and the other cultures call as heaven and hell and supernatural. Right? I don't know. the place where that energy goes, that kept us alive.
Newton's laws are about mechanics. They are not about the spiritual energy you're talking about.
I'm not talking.
Yeah, it's like if you think
I'm
about it
not,
physical, then yes, like when I die and they burn me, or my energy will become heat and it will fuel that heat. I don't know, and it will dissipate into the air, whatever.
I'm not
if
actually.
if I'm buried, it will feed the trees. I mean, yeah.
I'm not actually talking about the spiritual energy, but I mean the thing that's you know, I'm not a professional in biology. That's I want to tell it, but I think that there is an energy in us, a core, which keep us alive, that it's heart beating, our brain to work, and things like that. And if it goes off, then that means you are dead, because you can't think, because you are dead. You can move any muscles. Everything stop working. So I would say what we call spiritual energy, what the cultures call spiritual energy, is the same thing that this scientists call as the energy that keeping us alive. So I think that's the same thing: the spiritual energy and the energy that keeping us alive. Because the way I'm figuring out, the way I want to figure out some theories, some cultures is I'm trying to connect it with the facts, actually. So yeah, that's how I'm trying to.
Scientifically, you get energy from oxygen that then goes into the blood and so on. But I never really believed in we having a soul or something like that. But it's very complicated topic, actually. Like the people have pointed out some I don't know, some points that make me think more about if that's actually like that, if there is no soul or not. But in general, I would say there isn't. And yeah, I can't remember what was the question before all of this.
Meaning of life.
The meaning of life.
Yeah,
it's like I think we make our own meanings. I don't know, like it's not complete. I mean, you're not born and say, oh, this person's meaning is going to be to do this or to do that. I think you figured that out. And yeah, like Landy said, maybe just being alive is enough of a meaning.
From my point of view, the meaning of life is, when I ask someone what is the meaning of life from their perspective, they always say something like being loved, love everyone, love and happiness, and and live as you want it to be lived. I don't know. And I realized yesterday that what was the problem? Why don't they understand what I really meant when I asked them that question? What I really and I figured out that I have asked that question in a not in a wrong way, but in a way which can be which could have two meanings. So I would most likely ask that what do you think what's the purpose of the whole life, of the whole existence? What's the purpose? What's the goal of the whole existence? The space, the time, and things like that. Because okay, it has been created, but is it will last until eternity, or it will end? It will end
My life
one
will
day.
end at some point, and when
Yeah.
my life ends, in my perspective, in my universe, where my universe will stop existing, to be honest.
Yeah, but when I ask
'Cause
the meaning of life, I
everything-
mean
what
the
you're
life,
saying right now is in my brain.
everything. It's another topic, whether
But yeah.
whether you will die and the world will die with you. It's because yeah, there are tons of theories like like
this might be a video game and stuff like yeah.
yeah,
I
like
that one.
yeah, I don't know, like maybe everything that you see, maybe what I am doing right now is a simulation in the Matrix, or I don't know.
Yeah, it Sims actually. Somebody's
Yeah.
playing Sims.
Yeah, it's it's really
Sims podcast edition.
yeah. Yeah,
But yeah,
that's right. Yes, it's really hard to tell
I don't know. That's like,
what is the truth.
Yeah, I don't think you will find out.
Yeah, but you know, the problem is with telling the truth is the same problem with knowing everything. Like I said before, if you know everything, you won't know that you know everything, because there won't be anyone else to tell you that you know everything. If you have discovered one thing first, then there won't be anyone else to tell you what did you discover or what do you see, because you are the first one to see that. You are some sort of not the creator, but
Yeah,
but
you're
yeah.
the one who discovered it, because
Yeah,
even an idea that nobody ever thought about before. I mean,
Yeah.
some theories say that the idea already existed, just nobody had ever thought
yeah.
it.
So it's
It's
So-
not a new thing, just nobody knew about it.
I had a few courses in the university that were that type of let's say mind fuck. I said fuck.
Mhm.
Oops.
But,
But yeah, it was
Wow.
always very interesting to think about that. But it's endless. Like you will never figure. It's a never-ending puzzle.
yeah.
Yeah, and I know it's my second Douglas Adams reference in this session after the 42, but in one of Douglas Adams' Dirk Gently books, there's a character, a detective called Dirk Gently, and he says that the truly genius people are those who invented stuff like doors for cats or doormats, because gravity was always there. It just had to be discovered. New continents, they were always there. They just had to be discovered. But these things are original ideas, and sure, they seem simple if you think about it now. But what did you get it?
Yeah, I mean, those were theories that we learned in the university, and it was like, how would you, like, yeah, I can't even explain. It's too complicated.
The funny thing is that the truth is in front of us. Like this is the bigger picture. This is everything, and we still making theories because we don't know how to name it, or I don't know. It's so the beauty of the philosophy, from my point of view, is that there is always something that you see, but you haven't seen before, but you also have seen it before, or yeah, but you didn't know what it is. Like you didn't notice it. Like you didn't you didn't pay attention for that. Yeah, but yeah, like I think that the answer is in front of our nose, in front of our eyes. It's we see that.
You're just saying that because you're on all of our screens.
What?
Yeah, but it is and it's not, like, because what you're seeing from there is different from what I'm seeing here. So it's not that certain what you were saying, but we will never stop that discussion. It will be endless. So do we move on? Do we have any comments or questions, or
No, we don't have any comments.
Yeah.
Nobody's raising hands.
1,000 people that are watching us don't have anything to say?
968.
Okay.
Do you actually have any opinions, Vico? Because you haven't been talking much lately.
Specify the question one more time.
Like, do you have any comments to the last 10 minutes? Because
There was a lot of topics in the last 10 minutes.
Yes.
The meaning of
comments?
life.
The meaning of life was the main one, like, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
You haven't said much.
You can decide what will be the meaning of your life. Everybody can choose the meaning of his own life.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, it's the most useful way to see it, I guess.
You're the creator of your own destiny, and your reality depends on how you're perceiving your situation.
Now you're sounding like a guru. Self-motivational guru.
Big
but you're right, I guess. It is the only one that you could actually influence. So the only way to see it where you can actually influence your life. If you say, like, oh, the meaning is to be alive and to, I don't know, like, if you choose your own meaning, yes, you can. Like, the others are like whatever. The other alternatives. Okay.
I suggest we end it here if there are no other questions or comments in the.
There are 2 minutes left.
Let me check one more time all the Facebook comments.
If you have anything even like connected to a previous topic, feel free to ask. We have a few more minutes, like one.
Yeah. And also, if you come up with an idea or a theory, you can write it down in the comment section later, because you can rewatch the live once again whenever you want, and we will check it and answer for it. Or I will. I would say I will.
Please rewatch the live at least 5 times, everybody.
Yeah.
Because we want a lot of views. Thank you.
No, but don't say that. Okay, just don't say that.
He did
Everyone
anyway.
knows that. he did anyway.
No, I was a bit distracted, to be honest. So.
Yeah, I think we talked about all the topics which were planned. We had a nice discussions here. Mostly almost positive.
Mostly.
Yep.
But yeah, we a little bit squeezed our brains to think about stuff which we are usually not thinking about. And by this, we maybe gained some new perspective or new points of view on stuff and situations and how we are going to think about that in the future.
Yes.
And I encourage everybody to think about questions like this, because it improves a lot of things. Improving your way of thinking improves a lot of aspects about how you view life in general. And yeah, sure, it improves your critical thinking. Critical thinking is required for every problem you face to solve it. And well, yes, solving problems is good, I think.
Yeah, it's always a good thing to know how to think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much that's it.
Okay, this should be the subtitle of the topic.
Yeah, okay, I would like to say
Yeah.
tomorrow we have not the last, but the one before last session. We will have
Good.
Nandi, which is actually here in the call. He will be talking to us about drones, because he does drones and he makes themselves. He builds them, and it's very cool. And we will join tomorrow and then to see that. Please join in. It should be very fun, as it was today. I don't know if anybody wants to say anything else. From me, it's a goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
I want to say thank you to all the people who are watching us and actively being involved. I want to thank you, Abel and Eric, to prepare this session because it was pretty deeply prepared. I saw the notes and it was not like just few bullet points, but literally few pages. So they really made an effort, and I'm really glad that, and I hope you enjoyed preparing it and having the session, and you have one nice new experience. So
And
thank you,
Yes.
guys.
we should definitely repeat this in when we have the chance in an
Yeah,
actual
we have-
project with I don't know, dozens of people.
We didn't
Yeah.
get to the societal questions at all.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So
It's-
we skipped a lot.
That's right. This is the beauty of the philosophy. So, yeah.
Okay, so thank you one more time for everybody involved in this session, and see you tomorrow at 7 again with Nandi and the drones. And
Yeah.
believe me, it's gonna be interesting because I saw it and I've never seen something like that before.
Yep.
Thank you for the
Bye.
opportunity.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
See you tomorrow at 7 in the Central Europe.
Okay.
Ciao, ciao. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.